Welcome, Julie Jacky, your coach and EFT practitioner here to welcome you this morning. Guess what we're tapping on today? I am enough. All right, grab your pen and paper. You are going to need that, and we are going to get tapping. And I'm just going to pull up my other screen so I can make sure to see everybody's comments here as they come. And here we go. All right. Super. Okay. So, part of our personal work is knowing that we are enough. Can you give me a heart or a thumbs up or something to let me know you can hear me? Okay, that'd be awesome. So part of our personal work is we must know that we are enough. Some of our core wounds from childhood are believing that we're not enough, believing that we're not lovable, believing we're not worthy. And those things are not true. But over time, we've programmed our brains to think they are. And so we walk around injured or wounded or hurt in our lives, believing that we're not enough. We're not good enough for this or not enough for that. And it doesn't serve us. And so today we want to start working on clearing that out, because the truth is you are enough. You are more than enough. And we want you to get into that space where you believe it and you feel it in your body and you know it's true. So if you haven't already, grab a pen and paper. And we are first going to do a little meditation to get us grounded and connected. And then I'm going to take you through an exercise to uncover some of the reasons why you might think that you're not enough. We want to immerse ourselves in getting the crap out. That's why I'm taking you into a place of why we're not enough, why you're feeling that way. And then we're going to tap together. And you guys can share whatever you're comfortable sharing with. The more that you share with me, then the more I can tap on your specific stuff, and the more that you'll help others. So if you would take your feet and put them on the ground and just press them in. Press them into the ground. If you have bare feet, that's even better. Helps you ground even more. We walk around wearing rubber soles that stop us from grounding so much. So if you have experienced different times where you just wanted to get your shoes off and connect with the earth, it's because you needed to feel grounded. So, and pushing your feet down into the floor that is supporting you is a way to help you feel grounded. So go ahead and push your feet into the floor. Take a nice deep breath in and let that out. And take another nice deep breath in and let that out. And if you haven't already, go ahead and close your eyes. And I'd just like you to imagine that you have roots growing out of the bottoms of your feet, going down into the earth, all the way deep down into the earth, deep down, all the way to the center. And when you feel like you've reached the center of the earth, go ahead and tether the roots there. Just help you feel even more grounded and connected. And take a deep breath in and let that out. And today we have a beautiful green light coming up. I'd like you to imagine that green light coming up through the roots, all the way back up through the roots and into the bottoms of your feet. And imagine that green healing light touching every cell, opening the cells of your body up to release stuck emotion, feelings, thoughts, especially around the belief, I am enough. and anything that is holding you back from believing that. So imagine that green light touching every cell, starting in your ankles, moving up into your calves, into your knees, moving up into your thighs. And take a deep breath in and just really feel yourself being supported by whatever you're sitting on, that chair, the couch, whatever it is. Just feel that support underneath you. And imagine that green healing light in your hips and in your low back. And see that green healing light moving up through your spine and up through the core of your body. And up to your mid-back, your upper back. And see that green healing light just infusing across your shoulders. And go ahead and release those. Just let the tension out. Whatever tension is in there, let that go. Relax them. And take another deep breath in and slowly let that out as you imagine that green healing light moving into your jaw. And let your jaw go, drop it down. Just relax it. And let your tongue spread out and fill out the bottom of your mouth. And imagine that green healing light moving up through your cheeks and into your eyes and eye sockets. And just relax all those muscles working so hard, holding everything in place. Just relax all those muscles holding your eyes in place. Relax them even more. And imagine that green healing light going up through the top of your head. And I'd like to call in all different resources and all dimensions to help us here today, to help us release and let go of what is not serving us. I'd like to specifically call in Jesus of Nazareth, who only allows good to come in with love and light. So anybody else that would come in to support us will only be here to support us individually and collectively with our best and highest interest in mind, with love. I'd like to invite in Archangels Michael and Raphael, our healing teams and our guides. And I'd like you to invite in whomever you would like to be here to support you as we do this work together, and to support you individually and support our group collectively, whether you're watching it live now or on the replay. All this will be here to support us and help each of us have the perfect memories pop in, the perfect emotions, the perfect feelings and sensations in our body, and just help us be able to clear out all the crap that's holding us back from believing I am enough. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and let that out. And take your hands and rub them together. Bring them up over your eyes. Spread your fingers apart. Open up your eyes. Slowly move your hands away and come back into your space. All right, good. So let us get started. If you haven't already, grab a pen and paper. You're going to need that. Here's how we're going to go. I'm going to have you measure on a scale of 0 to 10 the phrase I am enough to see where you're at. This is our baseline information. The best thing you can do for yourself is be honest. Don't try to make up a number and think that, yeah, I'm enough. I know that. Allow your subconscious to give you that number, because that from your subconscious is the truth. When you're not thinking about it, it just pops in for you. So allow yourself to be honest with yourself. And then I'm going to ask you some questions that will pull in some of the crap around why you're not a 10 with I am enough. And I'm going to take you through that process, and then I'll invite you to share in the comments, and then we will tap on that together. Okay? So go ahead and take another deep breath in. And let that out. And say out loud, I am enough. And I want you to rate that on a scale of 0 to 10. 0, it's not true at all. And 10, it's totally true. I am enough. You're somewhere on that scale. A number is going to pop in. I just want you to trust it. And some of the numbers might be way lower than we want, but that's okay. That's just where you are in your subconscious right now, and that means we have some crap to clear out. So you're in the right place at the right time to do that. Okay? Now, I want you to pay attention to what pops up and jot this down. So jot your number down and then jot down right after I ask you this question, whatever pops in. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. Just whatever pops in, I want you to write it down because this is important stuff, okay? Why are you not a 10 with I am enough? Go ahead and write that down. This is usually not very nice stuff. There's usually reasons, excuses, beliefs that we have around why we're not enough. So write all that down. Just let it all out. Let it out on paper. I'll repeat the question. Why are you not a 10 on the statement, I am enough? So write it down, whatever comes up for you. I want you to look at your list, and if you are still writing, keep writing. You want to get out everything that's in there and just totally be honest with yourself. Nobody's going to look at your paper. This is for you. This is for you to get real, for you to get honest with yourself. So just keep writing whatever's coming up. And now I want you to look back at the list, okay? You've written these things down. Look back at it. And I want you to circle the top 3 that are most intense. Now, if you only have 3 on your list, then circle the top 2, okay? Some of you might have 5, 6, 7, 8 things written down. Some of you might only have 1 or 2. That's okay. There might be some other stuff that pops in as we start tapping, so I just want you to be aware of that too. Usually there's multiple reasons why we believe that we're not enough. So circle the top 3 reasons that are most intense for you as to why you're not enough, okay? And I want you to tune into each one of those reasons and notice, where do you feel it in your body? When you look at that reason that you've written down, where do you feel a sensation in your body? Is all of a sudden your chest hurting, your gut hurts, your knee twinges? I want you to notice that and jot it down next to that phrase. And I want you to measure the intensity of each of those feelings if you felt more than one, okay? So if you felt it in your throat and you felt it in your arm, I want you to measure both of them on a scale of 0 to 10. 0, you don't feel it at all, and 10, it's super intense. Just check in with yourself on those sensations and rate them on that scale. I want you to do this for each of the 3 statements. So tune into where it is in your body. Notice how you're feeling and what's the intensity on a scale of 0 to 10. All right, now I want you to circle the one that is most intense for you, okay? Circle that one, or excuse me, you already circled it, so put a star by it to indicate that is most intense. And now I want you to say that one out loud to yourself. So you've already measured where you feel it in your body. And as you say it out loud, just notice, do you feel it anywhere else? But also notice, what's the emotion coming up? Anger, frustration, disappointment. What's the emotion coming up when you say that out loud? I'm not enough because... And I want you to rate that emotion on a scale of 0 to 10. 0, you don't feel it all. 10, it's super intense, like really intense. So you're somewhere on that scale. Write that number down next to the emotion. Now this is our tapping script, okay? So we have emotions, we have sensations in our body, we have the verbiage to use why you don't believe you're enough. And this is your tapping script that you want to tap on to clear this out. So we're going to start tapping here. If you can take a moment to write in the comments stuff that is going on for you, what came up, what is the wording specifically, because then I'll lead you through and tap on everybody's words. So I'll wait for you to do that, but I'm going to start tapping in the meantime. So just as you're commenting, and then start tapping. And if you're not comfortable commenting, that's okay too. Just notice that this is a safe place for you to share, and we'll be supporting you, and you'll be supporting others that tap at this time and on the replay. So if you can share, that's great. If you're really uncomfortable, obviously I can't make you, but know that it will help you and others if you do. Okay, so right on the top of the head, when you're ready, just follow along with me. And repeat after me, because we're going to start with a little argument, and then when I see some of the comments pop in, then I'll add those phrases in. I am enough. Move to the inside eye. I am enough. Outside eye. No, I'm not. Under eye. I am enough. Under nose. No, I'm not. I'm not enough. Crease and chin. I've never been able to achieve enough success to prove I'm enough. Collarbone. I am enough. Underarm. No, I'm not. Top of head. Clearly I'm not enough because I've never been able to achieve enough success to prove I'm enough. Inside eye. I have to prove I'm enough. Outside eye. I am enough. Under eye. No, I'm not. Under nose. I really don't feel like I'm enough. Crease and chin. But I'm not a 0 on that scale of 0 to 10. Collarbone. So I am enough a little bit. Underarm. But I'm not a 10. Top of head. So clearly I'm not enough. Inside eye. I wish I were enough. Outside eye. But I'm not enough. Under eye. I don't know if I'll ever be enough. Under nose. I am enough. Crease and chin. Well, I wish I were. Collarbone. I wish I was enough. Underarm. I am enough. Top of head. No, I'm really not. Inside eye, and it makes me feel sad. Outside eye. Makes me feel sad that I don't feel like I'm enough. Under eye. I am enough. Under nose. Except I let fear stop me sometimes. Crease and chin. I am enough. Collarbone. But I'm afraid. Underarm. I'm afraid to do the things I really want to do. Top of head. Because I don't know if I'm enough. Inside eye. I wish I could do them. Outside eye. I am enough. Under eye. No, I'm not. Under nose. I am enough. Crease and chin. I wish I were. Collarbone. I am enough. I want you to stay right here on this tapping point, and first I want you to take a deep breath in. All the way down as far as you can go in your belly, and I want you to slowly let that out so your exhale is longer than your inhale. If you're like, oops, I already exhaled, go ahead and do it again. Just take a deep breath in. Slowly let that out. And now I want you to tune into that space in your body where you're really feeling this. Move to underarm. And I want you to pay attention to how it feels. What's the sensation now? Is it in the same space? Did it shift and move somewhere else? Does it feel the same? Or does it feel different? Top of head. Just keep tapping, and I really want you to tune into that sensation wherever it is in your body, whether it's the same place or somewhere else. Tune into that sensation and allow yourself to feel it. Inside eye. We often want to avoid feeling it. We want to pretend it doesn't exist. We want to ignore it. We want to push it away. Outside eye. But I want you to lean in and feel it. That is allowing yourself to acknowledge whatever is going on, whatever that sensation is. Lean in and feel it. Acknowledge it. Under eye. And that will help you let it go. Okay, we're going to stop here. Go ahead and take another deep breath in. And let that out. Now, we're going to remeasure the statement, I am enough, and see where you are now on that scale of 0 to 10. And then I'm going to have you say it again out loud and see what's coming up for you now. Is it the same statements, or is it something else coming up? So grab your pen and paper and say out loud, I am enough. How true is that for you on a scale of 0 to 10? 0, it's not true at all. So if it got worse, less true for you, your number went down. 10, it's so true. I am enough. And if you feel like you're more of I am enough now than you were when we started. Your number moved up. So just notice and write down the number that you're at now. Okay, and then now I want you to say out loud the phrase. Just follow after me in just a second, but right after you say it, I want you to pay attention to what pops in your head immediately, okay? Say out loud, I am enough. What pops in your head right after you say that? Except for, but. Usually it's not something great. If you're not a 10, usually there's some reason, right? And if you're not having that tail ender or that yeah but pop in, then I'm going to ask you this question. Why aren't you a 10 on I am enough? And write your answer down. That is the key. That's what's holding you back. Whatever popped in, whether it made sense to you or not, whether you want to admit it or not, that is what's holding you back. So write that down. Be honest with yourself. All right. We have about 4 minutes left, so whatever you want to share here with what's coming up for you now and where you started with your number and where you are now, if you want to share that, that would be great. Whatever you want to share, we will tap on together with these last couple minutes. So right back at the top of the head, I am enough. Inside I. I am enough. Outside I. No, I'm not. Under I. And it feels so heavy. Under nose. I feel it in my knees. Crease and chin, and my feet feel so heavy. So wherever you're feeling in your body, I want you to lean in and feel that sensation. Allow yourself to really feel it. Collarbone. I am enough. Top of head. No, I'm top of head or underarm. I am enough. Top of head. No, I'm not. I'm not a 10 yet. Inside I. I am enough. Outside I. I've moved up the scale. Under I. I was a 4. And now I'm a 7. So I am enough. Under nose. But I'm not a 10. Crease and chin. So clearly I'm not enough yet. Collarbone. But I'm moving up the scale. Underarm. So that's a good sign. Top of head. Yeah, but I'm not a 10. And other people might have higher numbers than me. Inside I. I am enough. Outside I. No, I'm really not enough. Under I. I am enough. Under nose. But I block myself. Crease and chin. So I know I am enough. Collarbone. But I block myself from being enough. Underarm. I just want you to lean in here and feel wherever you're feeling it in your body right now that you're not enough, that you're not a 10. Top ahead. And I'm going to try to magnify that for you. So why aren't you a 10 right now? Just lean in and feel that wherever you are. Inside eye. Lean in and feel that. Outside eye. Under eye. Just allow yourself to feel whatever's coming up and notice the thoughts that are floating through. Under nose. And if you'll hang with me just a couple more minutes, I'll take you through so you know what your homework is, okay? Crease and chin. And move to collarbone. And right on this point, I want you to take a deep breath in, all the way down as far as you can, down to the bottom of your belly. And let that out slowly. So your exhale is longer than your inhale. Just slowly let that out. Okay? And you can stop tapping for a moment, and I want you to tune back in and go ahead and say out loud, I am enough. Remeasure that on a scale of 0 to 10. 0, it's not true at all. 10, it's totally true. I am enough. Notice where you are on that scale now and write your number down. Okay? And now I want you to answer whatever pops in your head first. Why are you not a 10 yet? Write that down. I want you to tune into what you just wrote down. I want you to notice, where do you feel that in your body? Where is it? Is it still in your feet, or did it move somewhere else? And then I want you to measure that on a scale of 0 to 10. What's the intensity of the sensation you're feeling in your body? 0, you don't feel at all. 10, it's super intense. You're somewhere on that scale, and write that number down. And I want you to say the statement out loud again, I am enough. I want you to look back at what you wrote down. I want you to notice what emotion is coming up now. Are you angry, frustrated, disappointment, hopeful? What's coming up for you now? Excited at the possibility that you are enough? Notice what's coming up for you and be honest. We want the crappy feelings out. So if you're feeling crappy about it still, be honest with yourself. We don't want to sugarcoat. We don't want to pretend it doesn't exist. Be honest with yourself and write that down. And I want you to measure that on a scale of 0 to 10, that intensity of that emotion, and write your numbers down. This is your homework. You can go back and watch this replay. I'll post it right after we're done here, and you can watch the replay. You can fast forward to the segment where we start tapping. If you'd like some guidance, but you need to keep tapping on this. There's more work to do. When you get to a 10, you will freaking know you're a 10, because you will know you are enough, and you will know that is the truth. You will feel it in your core, and you will believe it. And so we want to keep working until you get to that space. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Our next workshop, I will just post it here, is I am going to be answering questions about helping you understand the setup statement. It's not something that I use a lot with tapping because it confuses people so much, but I want to take the confusion out and teach you how to use it because it is powerful. So I just posted that link. You can RSVP going, mark your calendar, and feel free to post in there any questions you have about the setup statement, so I'm sure to answer them for you. Thank you for being here with me. If you know other people that would like to tap, or might be interested in it, if you would send them a link to the group. Please don't just automatically add them to the group, because I'd like them to add themselves. I don't like it when people add me to groups. I imagine you feel the same way. Even though they might be interested, I also ask 3 questions, and I'd like them to answer those questions so I know who's coming in the group and if they've tapped before or not. So if you could do that, that'd be awesome. And you guys, thank you for being here with me. Most important thing is to keep tapping, and I will see you soon. Bye, you guys.